Thanks, Maria. Radnor High School, class of 2011. What's up? One thing I learned in my high school years is that some feelings are impossible to describe with words. Then, how else can you describe them? For me, I learned to express myself through music. When this class first walked into high school 4 years ago, we felt something like this. Ready to march in and conquer all. As weeks, months, and semesters passed, we also had moments like these. Yep. But we also had plenty of these. Hey, good times. Today, we look back at everything, feeling something like this. What was that? I don't even know. But that's how I feel right now. So today, I'm not here to beatbox for you. Sorry, Mrs. Gellinger. Today, I'm not here to fiddle the hip-hop violin or even dance for you. Today, I am not here to lecture you. I am here today to share you 3 stories. That's it. 3 short stories. A long time ago, there once was a man. This man decided to immigrate from South Korea to the United States with his wife. He dreamed to raise a family in America, so he decided to open up a deli on the street corners of Philadelphia. He and his wife started a family of 3 boys. To support the boys, the man worked assiduously in the scorching kitchens of the deli from 6 in the morning to 9 at night, every night, except for Sundays. With his broken English, the man diligently worked and carved his piece of an American dream with his spatula and scraper. Fever, flu, and recession tried to crush his spirit, but each failed. Every day he came home with the stinging scent of frying oil and sweat. Every day he brought home a warm smile and hope for his children's future. For 18 years, he etched his spirit and work ethic into the hearts of his sons. My second story is about an overweight kid. When he was born, this kid weighed in a whopping 10 pounds. To make matters worse, his father owned a deli. He grew up relishing and pigging out on fatty foods. He loved to eat. In 3rd grade, he moved from the city to the suburbs, where he attended a school called Radnor Elementary School. During the annual health screening, he earned himself the title of obese by the Pennsylvania Public Health Department. In 4th grade, he earned the nickname of Disco Belly. By the time 5th grade rolled around, he was literally rolling around. His older brother constantly made fun of his weight. But one day, when his brother told him that he was so fat that at Abercrombie and Fitch, the only thing that he could fit into was a dressing room, he had enough. He grew a sense of determination. He developed a zeal to change himself for the better and amaze everybody around him. This last story is about how this one boy's life got turned upside down. So I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how this boy became a boy with such flair. When the boy entered middle school, he was very quiet and shy. This wasn't because he was introverted. He wasn't the type of introverted kid who liked to keep to himself. He was the type of kid who was scared to be himself. Deep inside, he constantly harbored an urge to crack jokes and laugh out loud, but he could never foster up enough self-confidence. But this all changed when he saw Will Smith from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air for the first time on television. He saw Will Smith on Nick at Night strut around the glowing television screen in flashy neon suits and a swagger that showed that he could not have cared less about what other people thought of him. He saw Will loudly enter rooms with such self-confidence and with his goofy smile and say whatever he had in mind. He saw Will overflow with a sense of self-confidence, allowing him to do whatever he wanted. Will, the Fresh Prince Smith, revealed to the boy that true self-confidence only comes when one is finally able to fully accept himself. So, the boy became sparked with his own self-confidence and gradually developed a vim and verb of his own. Now, you may all be wondering, Eddie, why are you sharing these random stories? Well, it's because these stories aren't random at all. These stories are my life. Some call the proud and passionate deli owner in the first story Superman. I call him my father. Some call the chubby boy in the second story Eddie Disco Belly. I don't actually call him anything. That's me. Some call Will Smith the Fresh Prince and a character who was long forgotten in a popular 90s sitcom. I call him my hero. I share these life stories with you to remind you that all of us have our own life stories to tell. Think back at the time when our parents had to sacrifice so much for us. Think back at the time when we made ourselves our greatest enemies. Think back at the time when we found a hero through a silly TV show. Our lives have been filled with stories that define us, stories that develop us into people, stories that connect us with each other, stories that bring us all together at the end as a diverse Radnor class of 2011. So when we meet, class 20 or 10 years later, I ask you this: what is your story? Class 2011, people may say we're unpredictable, unbelievable, unbearable, undeniable, unbeatable, unstoppable. I say, class, we have and will always be unforgettable. And now, in ending, I say, in the words of DJ Khaled, we the best. Thank you. I love you all.